Perfect.
That was a really good clap.
He didn't even try, bro.
It's like you hate us or something.
It's not
Guys,
coming
Amish's
through.
cell phone number
Clap
is...
like you mean it.
Clap your mum like... No.
I knew you were gonna say that!
Hello, everybody, and welcome
Predictable.
back to Qualified for Nothing. We are three adults who are not qualified for anything. My name is Hamish.
I'm Celaine.
And I'm Kim.
And we are here to discuss the juicy topics that we are not qualified to talk about. Are we overreacting?
Talk at all.
I'm
Well,
going to
we'll find
overreact in a second. Kim, if you don't sort this shit out, alright? Sort it out.
Yeah, Kim sorted
I've
out.
never overreacted a day in my life.
No, Kim is very well behaved. I'm not. I'm crazy.
Yeah,
true.
Hamish.
Yeah, Hamish.
What the
I agree with Kim. Put the image up. Guys, here's our first story because I may or may not have messed up on the first one because I was reading a freaking update.
We've had
Why?
to
Because I'm an
redo
idiot.
this episode 6 times now.
Yep.
7 times.
Cut to a scene of me crying. There you go.
I think we should be canceled because of that, actually.
Actually, yeah.
I think this is the final
This is
episode.
the final episode. We're not even going to do
Yeah,
the
guys, I
episode.
think
This is just the
We're
final
cutting this out. We're done.
announcement.
We're done with this shit. That's fine. We're done with this shit. It's fine.
Anyways, go ahead, Celaine.
First story, because I messed up. This one's different. This one's called, Am I Overreacting? My mother-in-law is dating my husband. Okay, that's the tea.
Wait,
I didn't read this.
What? You're underreacting if that's the title. What? What do you mean, am I overreacting?
Look, here's the story. Number one, that's crazy. My mother-in-law drove 5 hours because she said she wanted to spend the weekend with our baby to give my husband and I time to go on our first date since she was born. But she's been here 24 hours, and so far she's gone to the movies, bowling, and lunch with my husband while I've been home alone with our baby. Did she mean so I could go on a date with my husband? Or so she could go? To be fair, I'm really glad she's getting to spend time with her son, but she leaves in a few hours and has barely seen our baby, and they're still gone. You got a husband problem. What?
Okay, so I think this is an overreaction because, you know, the husband's gone through a lot with the baby, you know, having to sit there and watch the baby come out. Like, it's, you know, it's tough for him. You know, he's do that all that hard work of just sitting there and
draining and
you know, then the baby comes home and
that's such tough work.
he's got to lay there in bed while the wife does the work. You know, he needs some time off.
Yeah, with
I
his
think it's
mom
fair.
too.
Yeah.
It's just so fair. It's just like so fair. Number one, there's got to be something wrong with your husband because why is he allowing his mom to do that when the very clear thing is you're supposed to love your wife? I'm going to be so for real. I'm just going to jump. You know, I'm going to overreact. Are you ready for what I'm going to say?
I'm going to need you to calm down.
yeah.
Yeah. Could you make me frown real quick on the editing? Make me cry and frown with the editing. And I'm going to say this statement. You're going to have to start packing this is going to happen forever. He will not change that personality, especially after having a kid. People typically don't change. Get another job, save money on the side, take money out from your savings account, and head out. Think
And
about
invest
it
it all in crypto.
Actually, go to the casino and bet it all on red.
Yeah.
Let's go. Both the mom and the son are freaking weirdos.
Yeah.
You're enabling
no, I
it.
agree.
The one thing we're not talking about, though, is the baby. Why doesn't the baby just, like, grow up, take care of itself?
That's so true. Tell it to get a job.
Get a job, you freeloader.
Yeah, get a job. I think we need something better. Why doesn't he needs to be, the baby needs to be, you know.
He needs to earn his
Providing
keep.
for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was providing for myself 6 months out the womb.
Get out of the crib.
Yeah.
I was doing brand deal after brand deal. At
Yeah,
1
you
month.
were.
You were.
What the heck?
Whoa.
What the frick?
Whoa.
Bleep that out.
Whoa.
Holy,
Whoa.
Bleep
that's some
that out.
crazy language we got there.
I was
that
going to put the business email on screen if anybody would have wanted to reach out, but now I don't think I will. That was too far.
Anyways, business email is on
Yeah, put the business email on the screen. Hi, guys. I think we all agree you are not overreacting.
No.
That
Not
is
Not at all.
weird.
That is very weird.
It also, I'm reading the replies that this person has in the comments section, and she's enabling it.
Oh,
Is this the second time that we've brought up boy moms?
Boy moms are so
Is it?
weird.
yeah.
That's a husband problem. That's your mother-in-law problem. I mean, I hate to say it, but you probably knew from the beginning that the mother-in-law was overreaching her step, because you can typically tell by the first time you meet them, right? Mother-in-laws typically don't like, oh no, he's so by himself. Mother-in-laws by the first meeting, they're like,
Why are they British?
British people things. Put a picture of Sam up.
Whoa.
That's our friend who's British.
I love Sam.
I love
I
Sam.
love Sam. She
You
was
need to be
real.
either complaining and don't be enabling it. Stop talking like this is a joke. It's not. You seem to be mad for a reason. You can't complain about it unless you're not going to do something. I also feel bad for her too, because I feel like she probably wanted to stay because she wanted to keep the peace. That's what makes it more upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah, next one.
Moving on.
Moving on. No, I feel bad for her. Your husband's the issue. He won't change unless you, I hate to say it, go to therapy, like couples counseling. Is that what they call it?
Wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Is that what that's called? Couples counseling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Couples counseling, and he has to start saying that if nothing changes,
Couples
you gotta
counseling.
leave.
Bring his mom. No, don't do that.
A leopard
Yeah, bring his
never
mom too.
changes at
They
sports.
definitely won't gaslight you.
Yeah, well.
Here's another one. This one's from a day ago, so this is fresh off the presses. This one's called "Am I Overreacting for Refusing to Take Care of My Husband After an Accident That Left Him Disabled?" I, 34 female, have been married to my husband, Jake, 36 male, for 8 years. Until recently, I would have described our marriage as decent, though not perfect. About 3 years ago, Jake was in a serious motorcycle accident. He survived but suffered permanent injuries that left him unable to walk without assistance and unable to return to his previous job. It has completely changed his life. For the first year after the accident, I did everything I could. I worked full-time, handled the bills, drove him to appointments, helped him with physical therapy, cooked, cleaned, and managed the house. I barely slept and honestly felt like I was drowning, but I loved him and I wanted to support him. The problem wasn't his disability. The problem was how he started treating me. Jake became increasingly angry and bitter. He would insult me over small mistakes, accuse me of not doing enough, and consistently compare me to the other spouses he saw online who supposedly dedicated their lives to caring for their partners. If I came home tired from work, he'd tell me that I was selfish. If dinner was late, he'd complain for hours. If I wanted to spend time with friends, he'd accuse me of abandoning him. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Now I can't even speak. I kept telling myself he was struggling emotionally because of the accident. That is true. That's PTSD talking, in my opinion. I encouraged therapy, counseling, support groups. That's great. Anything that might help. He refused every option and insisted that I was the problem. Things reached a breaking point last month. I had worked a 10-hour shift and came home exhausted. He demanded that I drive across town to pick up food because he didn't like what I had cooked. When I said I was too tired, he threw the plate onto the floor and called me useless. For the first time, I snapped. I told him I was his wife, not his servant, and that I couldn't keep sacrificing my physical and mental health while being treated like garbage. The next day, I moved into my sister's guest room and informed him that I would help arrange a professional care and continue contributing financially until he figured things out, but I would no longer be his primary caregiver. Now his family is furious. They say I'm abandoning a disabled man when he needs me most, and that the marriage means staying no matter what. Some of my friends agree, while others say I've already done more than enough. I don't hate Jake. I don't hate Jake, and I genuinely feel terrible about his situation. But after years of being verbally accosted and taken for granted, I simply don't think I can do this anymore. Am I overreacting for refusing to continue taking care of my husband after his accident left him disabled?
Damn. I initially
Not
thought,
overreact.
like, a little bit yes, because I thought...
Yeah.
Like,
Title.
yeah, and like the first, like, quarter of the story, I'm like, yeah, this dude's, like, pissed because he can't walk anymore. Fair enough. You know,
Yeah.
he's taking out
Like,
on
it's
what
a
he
huge
can.
life change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it got worse. Like, it gets to a point, I agree with her.
I think she's done this. So he got into a motorcycle accident that he caused by himself, because motorcycle accidents, I think that's what she said at the top. Is that right?
I don't know.
About 3 years
You're
ago,
reading
Jake was
it.
in a serious motorcycle accident. He survived but suffered. No, never mind. I thought that meant he caused it himself. Like he had driven like inconsistently. No, he just got into an
He
accident.
was just recreating what he saw on like Jackass or something.
Yeah, I think think
guys
he was
remember
probably
Nitro
just driving
Circus?
because like if you're in a oh my god,
Is that still a thing?
I mean, I don't actually know.
Anyway.
Maybe. Anyway,
Anyways, what were we saying?
I think that this is a horrible situation. People who get disabled, especially from motorcycle accidents, have very, very, very serious complications in rehabilitation. Some of them never get the ability to walk again. Same thing with car accidents. Motorcycle accidents are way more serious. I mean, I'm going to assume that this person is wheelchair bound. I'm going to just take a guess. They didn't say that in the thing, but the fact that she's doing all these things to take care of him means that he's in a very serious predicament, like one where he can't move much, one where he might not even be able to move his arms. He might have a spinal issue. Again, she didn't say it, but I'm just going to assume. She's burnt out, and obviously the verbal accosting, no bueno. I think she's doing the right move of leaving, because after years of dealing with that, you cannot continuously be someone's punching bag, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's not good for mental health, for real.
No. And I know that there's that phrase where they say, in sickness and in health and in death do us part. Like that people typically say during, what is that, like the marriage
Vows?
vows? Yeah. As much as I would like to believe that's true, if you're continuously accosting someone for how bad you feel, I don't think that's even in sickness anymore. That's just in breaking of the contract. You're being rude. I think she would have managed well if he was nicer, but obviously because he's not dealing with therapy, what did she say? She said counseling, anything. Because he's not doing that, he wants to feel sicker. I don't think he wants to get better yet.
I think she definitely did try by like telling him to try to like get help, which I feel like therapy is good all the time. I feel like especially through a giant life change, therapy could really help.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like she gave
is a
up too.
horrible-
Like she'd been there
No.
the whole time, pretty much. It just got to a
No,
point.
she's been great.
Him and
She's been great. And like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, marriage means like you gotta be cooperative mutually. You gotta give what you receive. You cannot just be bad to someone and then expect them to, still be nice back to you after so many times. It's a mutual agreement. I think she would have stayed if he was like going to get help for his mental health, because again, if you're wheelchair bound after like an accident, you feel the worst about yourself possible, right? And my therapist, guys, I get therapy. Surprise! My therapist told me that there's typically 3 things people suffer with in their life. Everybody typically falls to one of the 3, and they're like kind of like addictions in a way. The first one is ego. The second one is like money. And the third one is addiction, right? And these can mean any sorts of things. This guy very clearly has fallen through an ego death because of what's happened to him and is not getting help. Like, very clearly, he doesn't want to go to therapy. He doesn't want to blah, blah, blah. And so now he's accosting his wife verbally and calling her horrible names because he can't get help. It's okay to leave. Please do not burn yourself out any further. You're doing amazing so far. And I think like everybody here already said, if he can't get help for himself, like go to therapy, then you've got to leave, because there's no point in trying to change someone who does not want to change yet.
A leopard never changes its spots.
That's true. Until they need to. Remember, he'll change his mind once
a leopard physically can't change its spots unless it skins itself.
Well, isn't that amazing to know? This is really... Does anybody have a happier story? I think we all agree this person's not overreacting. In fact, they gotta go now. In fact, they're underreacting.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the guy.
Happier story, but I can switch stories.
Do it.
Your turn.
Your turn.
All right. This is quite a long one. It's called, Am I Overreacting for Thinking my Boyfriend Crossed a Line That Can't Be Uncrossed?
Interesting.
Very generic. Yeah, okay. I've been living with my boyfriend for a little over 3 years, and honestly, I still don't know if I'm overreacting or not. My dad passed away 5 years ago, and after that, it was basically just me and my mom. We got insanely close, and one of the things we always used to do was spend evenings together while she tried teaching me how to play piano. I was horrible at it, and she used to make fun of me all the time, saying that maybe by the time I was 40, I'd finally be a real pianist. I never got good, but those nights are some of my... Pianist.
A pianist.
A pianist. Shut up,
Guys, insert a clip of a pianist. Hamish, do not put the wrong image
I
up.
can't show that. I can't show that.
A pianist.
Piano.
You sick fuck.
Anyways, I never got good, but those nights are some of my favorite memories. 2 months ago, she passed away from a stroke, and I haven't really been myself since. Some days are okay, and then others I see something random that reminds me of her, and it completely ruins me. After she passed, I inherited her upright piano. But it's not some crazy expensive antique or anything, but it means a lot to me because it's probably the thing I associate with her the most. A few weeks ago, I asked my boyfriend if we could move it into our apartment for a while. Our place isn't huge, and it definitely looked out of place sitting in the living room, but I just wanted it around me for a little bit. He agreed at first, but maybe after 2 weeks, he started getting annoyed about it. He kept asking me when I was going to move it somewhere else and saying it was taking up too much room. I kept telling him eventually, but it wasn't ready yet. But I wasn't ready yet. Around the same time, we were arguing more in general. I've been grieving and not really interested in going out, doing much of anything, and definitely not interested in you know what.
Yep.
He kept bringing it up and asking when things would go back to normal, and eventually it started causing fights between us because it felt like he wasn't understanding what I was going through. The night before all of this happened, we got into a huge argument and went to bed angry. I left for work early the next morning, and when I came home, the piano was gone.
No!
What?
I genuinely thought someone had broken into the apartment at first. I called him freaking out and asking where it was, and he told me he had paid movers to take it to a storage unit because he was tired of waiting for me to decide what to do with it. I completely lost it. He kept saying it was safe and that he was paying for the storage himself, so I should calm down. But then he said something that really pushed me over the edge. He basically told me that maybe now I could start moving on instead of acting like my mom was still sitting in the living room with me every night. I started screaming at him and we got into another massive fight. He says he was trying to help and that everyone's been walking on eggshells around me for months. I think he had absolutely no right to touch something that important to me without asking. I ended up grabbing a few things and staying with a friend for the last couple of days. Since then, he's been calling and texting nonstop, saying he never meant to hurt me and that he thought he was helping. Some of our friends think what he did was completely out of line, and others think he made a bad decision, but that I'm letting grief make it bigger than it is. I honestly don't know anymore. Am I overreacting?
This is a fun PSA for
That's wild.
every listener out there. If you're ever having an argument with your partner, always tell them, calm down. It's not that deep.
Yeah, that's like the smartest thing to say
That's
ever.
the best
Actually,
thing
you could even say to your
do in an
boss.
argument is just say, just calm down.
Calm
Just
down,
move
you're
on from your
overreacting.
dead mother.
Just move on.
Get over it.
That's
It's been 2
wicked.
months. Why are you still sad? Okay, but 2 months is so not enough
Just
time
stop
even to
crying.
process.
Get over it. She's not coming back.
Oh. Stop
How old are they
crying
again?
right now thinking about this.
How old are they again?
I don't think it says. It doesn't say anywhere.
Oh my god, they
Damn,
seem like
I was
they're
gonna
like
say-
any
20
age
and
is hard
21.
I was
As
gonna
your
say
parent,
grow up
though.
regardless of what age you said.
Yeah, that is okay. I'm okay that the only thing that he did appropriate, like he didn't like sell it. He
Yeah,
kept it in
I thought he was gonna
storage
sell
room.
it.
Yeah, I was really worried reading that
Yeah.
it was gone.
No, the fact that it's in a
sell it.
storage unit is significantly less worse. If anything, that doesn't make it as severe, because if he had sold it or like given it away or something, that would be wicked.
If I
That's
saw this woman in
wicked.
court after he sold the piano, she's free to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should have.
wow.
They absolutely should have discussed it, and like he should have like not like come up with ways to do it, but like if he proposed the idea, hey, why don't we move this into a storage unit? I'll pay for it, and then
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can decide what we do with it
Yeah.
some other time.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the correct approach. Like, what he
Yeah.
did wasn't necessarily wrong. He just approached it wrong.
Yes.
By not
Yeah. So
speaking to her first.
Because
Yes,
it's not his
that's what I was gonna say.
to move, essentially.
It's all
not.
about the communication that didn't happen.
Yeah. It's not, you're right. I agree with Kim immediately. It's not his to touch. I'm so glad he didn't
I
sell
said
it, though.
that.
Oh, no, I agree with Kim. Sorry.
No, Celaine agrees with me.
No, I agree with Kim. Sorry.
Shut up, Hamish.
I'm editing
fact
you
that
both
it's
out of this
still-
podcast.
This podcast is me and Kim's.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
actually, we're vetoing that. It's
No,
2 against 1. You
no,
have to edit
please.
yourself out.
Jarvis, make him disappear for a second.
No.
Okay, now make him reappear.
Oh, thank God.
Thank
I need
you.
to stop doing these bits because that means I have to do fucking VFX.
I have to stop mentioning it. I'll stop.
Anyways, definitely not overreacting. I feel like
No.
it was approached the wrong way. I think
now,
it's
do I
okay
think
to
you can?
grieve.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if the piano is what you needed, then that's what you needed. Like, even
Yeah.
if it's in a tiny apartment, you know?
And
if you need
one
that
day,
freaking grand piano, does not matter. You're
Yeah.
supposed to leave it there.
and one day you will
do
be
I-
a great penis.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. He's right. You know what? Yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's right. Actually, it's valid.
So stupid.
Next one.
Okay, this one's also about a boyfriend, okay? It's called Am I Overreacting? My boyfriend has rules for me that don't seem to apply to him.
Ew. Okay. Let's hear it.
I never thought I'd be posting online asking strangers for opinion, but I'm genuinely at a loss. My boyfriend, 34 male, and I, 35 female, have been together for several years. Early in the relationship, trust issues started almost immediately. Around 2 months in, I later found out he had been seeing his ex behind my back. As far as I know, nothing physical happened, but the dishonesty damaged my trust significantly.
Wait, I'm just going to pause you right there. So this was at the start of their relationship?
Yes.
And they've been together for years.
Yes.
Proceed.
You already know how I feel, everybody. I'm not even gonna say it.
A
That's
rocky
bunch of
start.
bullshit.
Okay. Since then, I've discovered multiple other lies over the years, which has made rebuilding trust very difficult. Recently, an issue came up involving social media. He liked bikini photos of a female work colleague. I told him I found this disrespectful in a relationship, especially given our history, and it led to an argument. His response was that it was part of his job to engage with content in his industry, except he liked the photo from his personal page, not his business page.
Oh my god, bro. Get rid of this guy. Dude,
From
this
the
guy
beginning,
sucks.
From the beginning, I've been told I cannot have male friends or interact with men on social media. For example,
fuck's
I once
sake.
liked a gym advertisement post and the male owner messaged me. My boyfriend saw this and became extremely angry. I liked a hairdresser's post, he's a guy, on social media, of a girl's hair, and I was told to unlike it. Early in the relationship, I was asked to stop posting on social media because men were reacting to my posts and he didn't like it. Meanwhile, he works in a female-dominated industry, so he has a lot of female friends, sends emojis and X's, like kisses, in messages to female colleagues, and likes photos of women, including revealing images. I want to be clear that I do not have an issue with him having female friends or normal interactions with women. My issue is the double standard, particularly given the history of dishonesty in our relationship. Whenever I bring this up, he justifies his behavior and says it's different. We end up having the same argument repeatedly, and he does not understand why I feel hurt and often disregards my concerns regarding the double standards. I feel stuck in a cycle where I'm expected to be fully transparent and restricted in my interactions, while he does not hold himself to the same standard. Am I overreacting, or is this unfair?
What a prick.
I'm actually going to be so for real. Get the hell
Leave
out of
that
that
man.
relationship yesterday. You should not be there. This guy does not respect you, and he will continuously lie and cheat on you.
Not even
And
yesterday. Get out of this relationship years ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is insane. I'm not sure. Like, remember,
They weren't even red flags. They
everybody-
were sirens. They were yelling at you. Get the
they
out.
were yelling at you.
Get out
everybody.
and shrimp him on the way out.
Yes.
Yeah! Damn!
She She said the thing.
Dude, this guy deserves God, if I could talk to this person and call them on the phone and we all could talk to them, I have 3 things to tell you. What you're going to do.
Don't
This
say
is
that.
not.
Do not
this is
say.
not-
Do not say the words curtain rod. I swear to God.
Damn it. Okay, I gotta think of another thing. Someone else say
2
something.
things?
Someone else say something. That's not 2 things. I got 2 words for you.
Don't say fart spray.
No. Dang it. I have one thing to say. What I want you to do is before you go, if you want to cause this guy some mental clarity, start messaging all of his friends. Just message all of them, all of the guy friends, and be real kind to them with the same text that he's messaging his female coworkers, right?
Message your
Word
male
for
coworkers with little kisses, X's and O's.
Message
and...
his female co-workers. Flirt with them.
Actually, yeah.
Assert your dominance.
Assert your dominance. You don't understand. And then before you go, you're going to go into his shower in the drain. You're going to open it up, and I want you to get tuna and put it in there.
Cat tuna.
Tuna? We've moved on from shrimp. We're now using tuna.
You were accosting me about the dang shrimp, okay? I gotta say
we're using
tuna,
different fish now.
No, this guy sucks.
Just
this guy has an ego issue.
Fish and shove it down the drain.
Actually, yeah. By the way, it's gonna be impossible for him to take it out until he finds out what's down there.
And then when he reaches his hand in and finds something slimy, he's not gonna take it out. So
he will have to hire a plumber. You can leave a little note down there too with the same message that he sent that coworker with the kiss.
Clog his pipes.
Yes. Print out the messages to the coworkers and put them with the fish.
Yeah, put it in the fish's mouth so he knows exactly where it came from.
I'm so glad you guys did not hear what I just said.
What did you say?
What you said. What did you say?
All right, what's the next story?
Oh my God. This guy sucks, dude.
Listen to the podcast now. See what you said. Anyways, that was my stories. Go ahead, Hamish.
Oh, it's my turn. All right. I've got 2 of them. One is relatively long and the other one is quite short. So I'll start with the longer one. Am I overreacting to what my son said at dinner last night? I am very angry. I just want to be upfront about it. I am seething over this. I'm 46. I'm a mother of 4. My youngest 2 are boys and oldest 2 are girls. All but one is off to college, and that would be my youngest. This weekend was one of the first times in quite a while that my husband and I have been able to have all 4 kids over for dinner. My oldest is 26. She has a fiance, and my youngest daughter has a boyfriend as well, who we're introduced to this weekend and at dinner. Who we were introduced to this weekend, and at dinner I had brought up that my sons didn't seem to be trying for girlfriends at all. My oldest son is 21 and has never had a girlfriend, and my youngest is 17 and laughs in my face at the mention. Not a light chuckle. I can understand an awkward laugh hearing his mom wanting to talk girls with him, but like full-on belly laughs at the mention of getting a girlfriend. He genuinely doesn't take it seriously. To tell you the truth, I've been really worried about that since the boys were first getting into early high school. They barely ever talked about girls, and they never expressed any interest in it. But last night I asked, he basically said, no, I have too many hobbies to be in a relationship. And for reference, he wants to be a graphic designer and he loves animation. And my oldest son agrees too. He said that he's heard the horror stories from his buddies who had girlfriends in high school, and he said at the dinner table that he would rather die. I was confused. I asked him and he was like, nope. I asked him and was like, rather die than what? You'd rather die than be in a relationship? I mean, I don't know. I think that's a valid question. I thought he made a mistake. Nope. He goes, sounds like the same thing to me. My youngest said, imagine paying all that money for a girlfriend only to have her dump you for a guy in his 30s. The fuck? Where are they getting this shit? I promise you, I have never done a damn thing to make these boys think that girlfriends are an expense like this, but they kept going. Basically,
they definitely
my boys
just had some horror stories.
Yeah. Basically, my boys think that getting a girlfriend means getting rid of their hobbies, having no money, and they hijacked all of dinner last night, lecturing me about how unrealistic it is for them. I cried last night and again this morning because that's just not how it's supposed to be. We didn't raise them to think that way. Like, at no point have we taught them to view relationships this hell. Transactionally, it scares me. It so scares me. My boys are going to go probably years and years all alone, no kids, no wife. Their future siblings, but is spelt with an N, so I don't really want to read that, won't have cousins. And my husband and even my oldest daughter told me I'm throwing a fit over nothing, basically. Which makes me think maybe I am. Maybe times are just changing on me. I don't know, though. That kind of thinking just seems so damn unhealthy to me. It just makes me want to shake them. Like, what caused you to hate women like that? Why am I the only one that's outraged by this? Why is seemingly our entire family underreacting to this, or am I just overreacting? I don't know. My head just hurts from this. I need an outside perspective, maybe from somebody who's living what they're talking about, I guess. This just pisses me off. Holy run-on sentence. Goddamn, calm down.
Okay.
That's a lot.
That was a lot.
This seems like the boys were eating red pill content.
Yes.
Or like, what do they call it? Red pill and black pill content, where it's like completely negative towards whatever gender, whatever type stuff.
Yeah. At first, I was like, what if they're just gay? And
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah,
don't
yeah.
Well,
wanna-
see, and my first thought was, what if they're just like asexually romantic?
Or-
That could
yeah.
happen. Not
Yeah.
feel the romantic attraction.
then
Yeah.
they started saying that shit.
Yeah.
That is very weird to me. I think it's red pill content. I think you need to talk to them about like, who are you watching on the internet? And I hate to say it, a lot of people do not have hobbies. Specifically, a lot of young boys do not have hobbies nowadays. So they watch a lot of stuff on the internet and then they just start consuming whatever they see, right? And unfortunately, the best way to teach them like that the content does not actually help them is to reflect upon how their friends are getting along with other women in their life, right? Like if they are straight, that is. I still don't know if they're, I think they might be straight and be like red pilled or whatever that
They're in
idea
the
is, right?
alpha male ideology while being a fat fucking chud.
Literally. I mean, it's giving red pill nonsense. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're listening to this and you're red pilled, I want you to genuinely, there's 3 things you need to do. You got to
Can't
go
say
to a
what I was about
therapist.
to say.
I was going to say, you got to
Message
go
it
to a
to us.
therapist. You have to go outside. I know it sucks. You have to touch grass. And what I mean by that is you're going to have to learn to be by yourself. Go out there, take classes, get on ClassPass if you need to, take exercise classes if you need to, or painting or pottery, something stupid. And then the third thing is you're going to plant fart bombs all around your house.
Kim's just seen what I was going to say, the joke that I can't make.
What is it? Did you write it in
Oh, it was really bad.
Oh, I can't say that either. But you can think about what he was about to say.
Use your imagination. That joke
Use
is
your
open
imagination.
for interpretation.
Use your...
But I think the real solution to this. Have you guys ever seen Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the movie?
Yes.
Okay, Kim, first of all, what is wrong with you? Second of all, in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, there is a scene where Roderick, the older brother, gets caught having a dirty magazine, and his mum finds out and goes up to him and is like, what's all this about? And there's like a back and forth, and she's like, I need you to apologize to women right now.
Me too.
And it's
Yeah,
all like,
apologize to all
I'm
of us.
sorry,
So
women,
good.
for owning such a dirty magazine. And I think that's what you need to do. You need to make them
Yeah.
apologize to all women.
All
Every
women.
single one of them.
Every single one of them. Shout out women.
Like, unless they come out as like gay or asexual or something, in which case.
That's different.
Good for
That's
you,
not
but
the
you-
case at all.
yeah.
But
Yeah. If that's the case, you
I
gotta ask
disagree.
them. Why?
I disagree. I think they should be respectful to everybody.
That's so true, actually.
Wait, that's true,
Whoa,
that's true, that's
first
true.
good take Hamish has ever had.
Okay.
Wait, guys,
that was
that's
out of
actually
line.
by the way, that's the first real take
That's
Ames
it.
has made
I'm
in like
getting
11
red-pilled.
episodes. That's crazy.
Anyways, moving on. What's
I'm so
next one?
sorry, women. My next story
Don't
is a
worry,
short
I
one.
love women.
Me too.
Then
Am I
I love
overreacting
us.
for telling an old man off after overhearing him tell his wife their 12-year-old granddaughter is a grown woman?
Ew, I don't like this title.
Ew! Did you say 12-year-old?
12-year-old.
That's a baby, dude.
That is a literal child.
Yeah.
That's not even a teenager yet. Okay, sorry. I'm already like overreacting from the title, man. Go ahead, continue.
I am triggered right now.
I, 26F, was doing some last-minute grocery shopping for my mom for some Easter side dishes and overheard a conversation between an old man and his wife. I can only assume they were talking about their granddaughter, and I can only assume their granddaughter had recently started menstruating for the first time.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to be nosy or listening on purpose, but out of nowhere I heard the grandfather say, "Wow, only 12 years old and she's already a grown woman." I felt physically ill hearing that and was shocked and angry. I understand that getting a period for the first time is a rite of passage of sorts, but comments like that are completely unacceptable in my mind, and I told him as much. I said, "Excuse you, 12 years old is still a child, a minor. I don't care what milestone she's reached. In no way, shape, or form is 12 years old an adult. That's disgusting, and you should be ashamed of yourself." That's the whole story.
Yep.
That is a great ending. I'm so glad that they said that to the old man.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. Don't say that about anybody. Cause like everybody goes through puberty around that time, whatever, like give or take 2-3 years up or down, whatever. That's the typical age.
Side to side even.
Yeah, like that's so weird.
Hot take. I think it's a slight overreaction because why was this person eavesdropping? And this
You're
person
such an idiot.
This person started making up scenarios in their head. Like that they might have just been like taking like being like, "Wow, you're growing up so fast," kind of thing. That's how it was intended, and I think this person started making up a bunch of stories, seeing an old man and a little girl, and think, "Yeah, you're being pedophilic right now."
Do you really think that?
A little bit.
A little bit?
I think Hamish now seems like the kind of person that would tell 12-year-olds.
Yeah, now you seem like that
Whoa.
person, bro. How do you feel?
Whoa.
Smart now?
We're not doing that.
I get what you're saying. I think that we should just not. Here's the thing. I get what you're saying. It's not appropriate to say to a child.
No, and I agree.
Maybe to like another adult in like a separate conversation, like that's not with the kid in the room. Like as like I didn't realize that they were growing up so fast.
Yeah, that
the way that he said it was weird.
If he had said that, perfectly fine. I think because he said that specifically, I think it is a slight overreaction because it's not really any of your business.
It's not.
But also,
at
that's
all.
not something you should probably say to a 12-year-old.
No, you should not
I
be
totally
saying that to a
see what you're saying.
freaking 12-year-old. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be saying that at all. Like, imagine, let's say it's like a teen boy, 12 years old. They start going through puberty and their voice starts changing. Are you calling him an adult, like a male, like an adult man? No, you're not.
No,
Don't
I'm saying
do that.
grow up, get a job, dude.
Get a job now.
Yeah, go to the mines.
12 years old, get a job.
The children yearn for the mines.
The children yearn for the mines. He's got to start a YouTube channel like Stat.
That's why they call them miners, right?
Don't even make that joke on YouTube, bro.
Send them to the mines.
like,
I mean,
That's kind
dude,
of-
I don't even know what to
no,
say. I'm
right?
like literally like, dude, I think we all said what we have to say. Just don't say that to a freaking kid. Get over it. Don't do it again.
yeah.
If you're gonna say it,
in
teach
general,
the
that's,
grandparent
like-
to not say that in front of a child.
It also
I don't know,
feels like
even if
projecting
they're
a little bit.
older, it still feels weird to be like, "Oh, you're becoming a woman." That's weird all the time.
Yeah.
That's weird all the time. Yeah, Kim's right. That's weird all the time.
Unless you're transitioning, in which case it's fine.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's a completely different context. That's a completely different context.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a little different.
Yeah, I'm kind of a genius, guys. I know what I'm talking about. I'm qualified for nothing.
Hamish actually had brain cells today. What happened to you?
Yeah.
What the heck? Dude,
Who are you?
Dude, I
Dude, I
want a
walked
refund.
in.
I thought I was supposed to get the silly Amish. That was a silly banana.
A silly banana.
We also have a viewer submission. Audio listeners, Celaine is on her phone instead of doing the podcast.
No, I felt my nose.
She's on
right
Twitter.
here.
She's on
locked
twitter.com right
in.
now.
No. I
She's
felt my
tweeting
nose
racial
right at the
slurs.
top. Okay, that's not what I'm doing.
From Hamish's
felt my
account, so then
nose.
she can't be held liable.
I don't
I
have
felt my
Twitter.
nose right here at the top, here at this corner.
Yes, you do.
And it kind of feels like my nose is collapsing at the top. Here. on this side. Do you see that little? I don't know what that is. I had to take
Audio
a look.
listeners, I don't know what the Celaine's talking about.
Okay.
So
Continue.
we have an email from ASMR Memes who is
Slay.
totally not me, allegedly.
Allegedly. We love memes.
There's no proof that we are not the same person, but there is also proof that we are not the same person. Hello, QFN gang. I'd like some advice on how to deal with a friend. I, 32M, made a friend last year, 29M, through church, who had just moved to my city from a small town. I enjoy taking him to events and showing him fun things to do here, as I've lived here most of my life. Unfortunately, no matter what we do, he always wears a distressed, wrinkled V-neck t-shirt and either athletic shorts or sweatpants. Regardless of where we go, whether it's a sports game, concert, convention, or just dinner, he always wears the same thing. I've genuinely never seen him wear anything else. I'm not a particularly dressy person, but I do think his attire is usually inappropriate for events we go to. I hate to say I'm embarrassed to be seen with the man, but frankly, I am a little bit. For reference, last week we went to an after-hours event at our local National History Museum. Once a month, they stay open late on a weeknight so adults can enjoy the museum without kids around, and they have catering, a bar, etc. I wore a black short-sleeve button-up with jeans, and my date wore a red blouse and jean shorts. It was by no means a formal event, but when my friend arrived in his usual attire, he looked extremely out of place. A clean, well-fitting graphic tee and cargo shorts would have been one thing, but with his stretched, faded V-neck, beat-up sneakers, and his dirty shorts, he genuinely looked like he had just rolled out of bed, or perhaps had just come inside from pulling weeds in landscaping. I'm ashamed to say that I was slightly abashed to be around him all night. Am I being shallow? He doesn't seem to have any problems with his appearance. Clearly, no one else has ever said anything to him, and not once has he looked around and said, I think I might be underdressed for this. I guess my question for you guys is threefold. 1, am I being unreasonable? Is this a valid complaint, or am I just being superficial and need to get over myself? 2, if not, do I say anything? Is that my place? Is this the kind of thing one guy talks to another guy about? And 3, if so, what do I say? How can I bring this up without sounding like an uptight jerk? Thanks in advance for the unqualified advice. Best memes.
Actually, that's a really good question. I'll tell you right now, if you want to be a good friend, you have to tell him. I think, so here's the thing. There's like a lot of people who just like roll out of bed and just do things. Like they go grocery shopping and then whatever. If this guy is 29 years old, I'm going to assume that he went out like with friends to do an event. You got to dress a little bit better than that, just because it'll also get you in the door to more places, and perhaps you can meet more people if you're dressed a little bit more appropriately for your age. If he doesn't have the money for it, though, like in case maybe that's all he has. You have no idea unless you ask him. If he doesn't have the money for it, though, and you really want him to dress better, let's say like you mention it to him and he says, hey, I don't have the money for that. I'm not going to lie. Chip in and maybe like go through thrift stores with him to find better outfits that would be more appropriate that he can actually afford, or even help pay for it.
And thrifting is always fun. I love thrifting.
Yeah, thrifting is always fun. And you can get like, I'm not kidding you when I say you could look amazing. You could look goddamn amazing in a thrifted outfit. So price is not really the issue. You can go to the dollar bins and find amazing things. If he does not have money and he wants to be better, that's a great option, right? Or honestly, even helping him like pay for some of the items, like, always makes a friend feel better. If he doesn't want to change and you mention it and he says something like, I don't care, very clearly you do. And you say, hey, if you really want to join me to other events, I'm feeling very embarrassed around you because it feels like I cannot collaborate with my peers as well as I could. Be for real. No one wants a liar.
I like Celaine's approach a lot. I fear I could never personally tell someone, be like, hey, you're underdressed.
Yeah, no, yeah. I could never tell someone directly. So I was going to say,
an alternate solution could potentially be, I don't know if, do guys do this as much? I'm like, I would totally feel comfortable telling, like, a friend of mine, be like, yo, let's go to this event, but let's go shopping first. Like, I'll buy you an outfit. Like, I don't know, do something like, let's go shopping for an outfit together for this event that we're going to. Like, something like that. But I don't know if that's something that all people do.
I can't speak for all men, but I don't believe that is a common thing.
I'm just speaking for all men.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't believe that's a common thing that guys do, but I think...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's
even if it's not like let's go to this event, but let's go shopping first, you could do it in a way that's like, hey, I'm going thrifting or I'm going clothes shopping. Want to tag along?
Well, yeah.
So it's like subtle, but it's not like a, dude, you stink. Let's get the shit.
No, yeah. Also, like, I will say, a lot of people are very self-conscious. Like, let's say, for example, I'm just going to go with, they may not have a lot of money because a lot of people don't. if that's the case, and you really like this person, please go above and beyond and get them items that would give them comfort and care in order for them to feel better, in order to dress better. Like if they don't have deodorant or soap or XYZ laundry detergent,
Take him to the
Help them
job
out.
center. I mean, help him out.
oh no, as much as you could joke about that, that hurts my heart. I've helped a lot of friends because like I dress very well when I go out. I'm actually always very well dressed because I just like personally like, that's like my thing, right? I have told many of people saying like, hey, you're underdressed. Like right now, you do not fit the appropriate discretion for where we should be at. And I've done what Kim said, which is like before an
I'm
event,
sorry.
I'll be like, I
I'm
think we
just
should go
imagining
shopping.
Celaine at like a charity event for like orphans or something, and they're all just like the kids out of Annie or something, and she's just telling the kids, "Dude, you're underdressed for this. You need to
You're
get the
so
fuck out."
underdressed.
No. It's peers at
Just,
an
like,
event.
dirty and
It's
covered in
okay,
rags.
You know what? You know what? That's cruel. No, it's peers at an event where it meant more. So, like for an example, we were doing this like. I'll give you just a really good example. I was at a charity event, and this is an event where people were
It's
spending.
real.
No, not to the people. It's people who are paying to attend.
Yeah.
$10,000
The
a
reason
ticket.
why they were dressed up for the event is because not only is it for finding other people in the same industry to like outreach to other people, but it was for them to get better jobs because not only were they qualified, they're overqualified. Not for nothing though. I had a friend arrive at a ball gown event. You needed to be in a ball gown in short shorts and a tank top. And again, this person has a master's degree in business. And I had to tell her, I said, you're leaving. You
You're
cannot
done.
come in. No, because it's just like, I need you to be able to get a career, which you're, you know, I need you to do that. And this is like very shocking that you're at a ball gown event dressed like that. It's one of those things where what I had to literally say was, I'm not joking when I say this. It was right where my home was. I said, I want you to go into my house.
By the way, guys,
I
Celaine
have a
lives
dress
at
for you. Okay. I have a dress for you. Put that on and come back. Like, you don't have to put any makeup on. Just wear the outfit because I need you to be able to
6'7".
outreach.
Oh,
Like 6'7", right?
Sorry.
As soon as they came back, guess what? Offers out the door. That's all it takes. Remember.
No, I so agree. There's definitely like a time and place for like sweatpants, and then there's a time and place to be dressed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like
Time and place for sweatpants. This podcast. Apparently.
You can wear sweatpants here at the podcast. You can wear sweatpants here at the podcast. That is totally fine. Let's go back to memes example. If you're at an event where like very clearly you brought a girl you like, you're dressed up well, she's dressed up well, you don't want to embarrass her with your friends being underdressed because you're trying to give yourself the best representation. Just tell him. Be like, hey, man, before we go out next time, is it okay if we can like go thrifting or something to like make this event better? And again, if
Yeah.
they can't afford it and it really matters to you, help.
Yeah.
But like I said, even if you don't want to do it directly, do it subtly.
There's other ways to go around.
Yeah.
Do it subtly, yeah. Be like,
I
hey,
said,
man,
like just hey, I'm going thrifting or I'm going
Thrifting.
clothes shopping. Want to tag along?
Yeah.
And then
They've
if they
given you
if
options.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
if they see
whichever one
something
suits
they
your
like
vibe
and
better.
it turns out they can't afford it, if you're thrifting, it's
Buy
cheap
from-
anyway. Yeah.
It's cheap anyways.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like, just please, like, just help some people. Some people just.
A lot of
Sometimes it's
people
the event.
can't ask
It's not
for
all the
help.
time. Yeah, a lot of
me.
people cannot ask for help and they don't know how
Yeah,
to.
like Hamish. He needs
Help.
to ask for help.
Help
Yeah.
me.
Speaking of which, Amish, I have something to tell you. That shirt is so bad. It doesn't go with your hair.
I'm gonna submit.
Did we
an
answer the
email.
questions, by the way? Wasn't there
qualified
3
for nothing.
questions?
Oh, was there 3 questions?
Am I being unreasonable? Is this a valid complaint? No, you are not being
don't think you're being
unreasonable.
unreasonable.
Yes, this is a
Yeah.
valid complaint.
Yep.
If
Yeah, I
not,
this is
agree.
valid.
do I say anything? Is that my place? Is this the kind of thing one guy talks to another guy about?
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything directly, like I said, or you can do what Celaine says and tell him directly.
And be direct about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's okay to be direct, guys.
go either
Remember,
way.
You don't have to like, what's it called? Pussyfooting, where you're like
Pussy?
tiptoeing around.
And if you really do like hanging out with them, yeah,
Yeah.
why not? Why not? It is your place.
Guys, it's okay to tell your friends when you're unhappy. I don't like, and again, if they can't afford it and you really want them to
them out.
change.
I love that we just assume this guy is like $3 to his name.
No, the reason why is because you can't
Maybe
assume everyone can afford
wasn't
an
he like
outfit
new
'cause
to the
outfits are
area or
expensive.
something? Like maybe he moved and he doesn't have a job or something.
True.
Maybe
Yeah, he just might not have the
You never
funds.
know.
The third question is, if so, what do I say? Tell him to get a job, dude. Grow
Oh
up.
my god, bro.
I mean, you
And
should.
remember,
you should
our
take him
advice is
thrifting.
bad. We're qualified for nothing.
Hello
Don't
at
listen to Hamish.
qualifiedfornothing.com.
Send us an email.
Or just go to qualifiedfornothing.com. It's on the screen. Send us an
Send us a
email.
request.
We will read your problems and we will give you the worst and best advice possible.
At the same time.
Any and
Yep.
all legal and financial advice given from Celaine of Celane's ASMR should be treated as such, and any lawsuits should be sent directly to.
No.
Whoa! And if you want to hear
Celaine's so rich,
the
she owns her own street.
if you want to hear the uncensored version of what I just said, head to qualifiedfornothing.com.
You were such a scammer. By the way, this podcast was made and uploaded in New Zealand, so leave me out of this. Or I'll get my lawyers to talk
Address
to your
all
lawyer.
Yeah,
lawsuits
sue
to
Hamish.
Celane's ASMR LLC.
Anything that was said on this podcast is
True and
liable to
real.
Hamish.
Yeah, it's all liable to Hamish. He had this idea. and he started it.
Anything that we give you that's bad advice, blame Hamish.
Send it to,
Even
no,
if
send it
it
to
came
New
out of
Zealand.
mine and Celaine's mouth.
Yeah,
I'm
send
not
it to
even
New
real.
Zealand. Don't send
I'm
it to
not,
me.
I don't exist. You'll never find me.
Yeah, don't send that to me. Send that to New Zealand.
Thank you all for
Get outta
watching
here.
this week's episode of Qualified for Nothing. Stick around next time where we leak Celane's full address.
Nope, we
And
won't
then
be
we'll
doing
drop
that.
Tim's
but
if we
thanks
get
for
enough subscribers.
watching.
Don't
Bye!
even joke about that. That's
Bye!
get out of here. Goodbye.